Good morning, traders. Gary Odom, testedwisdom.com. I have for you this morning a video on the TWSRT. I have made previous videos, but after conversation with a few folks, I thought I need to have a little simpler approach in explaining it. Nothing's changed. The study's the same as it always was. Only thing that's changed is my explanation. I want to point out some things to you. You see, this is the tail end right here of a bearish support zone. Because it's red, it's bearish. If it's green, it'll be bullish. If I have a slip of the tongue and call a bullish where it should be a bearish, forgive me. I occasionally get mind fogs. But in any case, we got a bearish support zone here. Another one was formed off of this candle and extended to the right until a new one was formed here. Every time a new zone is formed, it drops the old one. However, that does not mean that the old one is no longer influential. It is. Even if you go way down the charts, you can always look back and say, oh yeah, that's an important price point. If I didn't have them being replaced, we'd have nothing but lines on the chart because there would be. So anyway, we have one formed there, another one formed here, another one formed here, and another one formed here. And you notice they're all red. There's not a green one in the pack. Well, that's because it's basically a bearish market. So let's go back and do a little dance with price. Okay, we see here we had an up candle. It hit this zone. It respected the zone. It formed a new one, another bearish zone. Price came down. It's trying to push its way back through. It broke through. The TWIT, which is not the SRT, fired a couple of trade signals here, but they weren't confirmed. We don't have the second chart up. But that's not what this video is about. This video is about the SRT. But you'll notice that the second candle behind it had a big wick up top. That's an indication that the bears are trying to take control again. And they did, and it's still respecting this bearish zone. And then we get a big move here. We get a short trade signal here. Not a very long trade by any means, but it's a legitimate signal. And then price consolidates until it hits this bearish support zone again. And again we get some more signals, and it pushes us down even further. Now price is starting to consolidate. As you can see, it goes up and down, up, but it's not really going anywhere. And the reason for it is because we still have this bearish support zone up here, and it actually forms a new one here, which again price respects. So what you're seeing here is an extremely slow market. If you'll notice, there is no volume. And the reason I picked this market is because it makes it real simple to illustrate what I'm doing here. Okay, I'm just going to bounce the chart along. We see how the price continues to try to move up, but it still respects that bearish zone. Then it forms a new bearish zone. And then look what happens. It forms a bullish zone. Okay, now sometimes when a zone is formed and price does not respect it, that's as good a signal as when it does. And here's a case where it formed a bullish zone. It made one bullish candle, and then price said, nah. So it opened here, it closed before the bottom, then it pretty much opened below the zone, and then closed, and then you see bearish influence, and then a big bearish candle. So this shows you that it did not have enough up movement, or I should say positive momentum rather than negative momentum, to break through. So the bearish move is still there. The bearish momentum is still strong and still exists. All right, let me move the chart along a bit. And you see it does. It just keeps, even though there's a bullish support zone, we can see that no, price is not going to respect it. All right, here we go. A big bullish candle. It formed a bullish support zone, then forms a second bullish support zone. So far, price is respecting it. Let's see what happens. And it actually got a change in the trend. Trend went positive. We got an entry signal here from the index trader. And it comes up to the base of this zone. You can see that wick actually got into there. And remember, price did not respect it as a support zone before. So it comes up to the base, and we get, all of a sudden, we get this bearish candle. But the bears remember this. They remember this zone, how they penetrated through here. So it's still a zone of influence. And down it comes, and we get a down signal. It breaks through this zone, resoundingly breaks through this zone, which indicates that the bearish power is still very much at hand. And we would have seen it up here. This box only represents the very last candle on the chart, and we're a long ways from being there. It formed another bullish support zone, and up price comes. Bingo, bingo. It forms a second bullish support zone. It breaks the previous zone. That's great. That's a good signal. We still have this one up here. We'll see if it respects that one. Well, the bears is fighting back. Says, no, 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 no. Not going anywhere. We're going to see if this zone holds. So far, it's holding. It's holding a big bearish candle. They're really trying to get in here. It went from here to there in a big fight. It's kind of settled out here in the middle. Not quite a doji, but a whole lot like one. And then we get a big break. You see it open here, it closed here, and it opened below. That's a break in the zone. And same time we get a signal from the index trader. Now understand, these two studies are not connected. The only thing they're connected by is price. And so they're doing their own reading on price using different algorithms. So now we have a real strong bearish move. And it was really indicated that price went up, but it couldn't hold even on its bearish support zone. It broke through. That means this overall trend of bearish movement is being upheld. So here we go. We get a bullish candle only to be overcome by the bears again. It tries again. The bulls are trying again. They form another bullish support zone. We get a candle that opens above it, but the bears are still fighting back. It opened above and went completely through. That's a pretty good signal. And wow. And then it opens again with another big candle. So we know we got a bearish power still going here. And then it really goes. And on we go, and on we go. Another bullish support zone. The bull's still trying to get it back. You know, sooner or later they will. And then we get a second bullish zone. This is probably some profit taking on this move. People that had gone short are now buying in, taking some profit. Let's see if it continues up. No, they took their profit. It come back to the moving average, and it's kind of tapering off again. Now, the price comes back to that zone and respects it. So now, after the profits were taken, now people are looking to re-enter the trade. And they did. And we get a signal. Now it's come back to this old zone up here. We got to watch it. This is going to have enough power to respect that zone, or is it going to wimp out on us? Well, it wimped out because we formed another bullish zone. Pardon me, I did it. Another bearish zone right there. And another bearish zone. And it respects it. And down it comes. Bulls are fighting back. Can it break the zone? Can it break it? It broke it once, but then we got a red candle. And then we got a high wick. and then we got a red candle. It's respecting that bearish zone. As a matter of fact, it formed a new one. It's holding under that one. We got a surge up. Now what's going to happen? Is this going to be a break? Got one candle that opened above, second candle opened above, and then we get a doji, and we get a red one. See, look here. It goes back to this zone again, over here. Right back to that zone. It's got to break this zone to keep going. And it doesn't. And it doesn't. It cannot break that zone. Well, look what we have here now. We have a candle that opened above, way above this zone. Matter of fact, they opened right here. It started opening up. Above, above, above. That's all above this zone. That looks pretty good. We don't have an entry signal from the TWIT, which means that momentum is probably not there yet. I know that on the last candle, it's showing very bullish, so we're heading into a bullish zone. Let's see what happens. No, the bears came back. They took some profit off of that. And then they took control, and then guess who went right back to this bearish support zone. So it's showing you that these zones are really, really strong zones. Even though it broke through, it brought it right back again. You're not going to get in a long-term trade with this kind of thing going on. There's way too many zones in the chart. And then it had formed this bullish zone back here that it respected and did a real great dance on it. Now it's broken through. Is it strong enough to keep going? Okay, it closed below and it opened below, but then here it comes back. So apparently this zone is still active. It worked here, and now it's working again here. Up it goes, up it goes. Remember, there's still a bearish zone above it. This is a really good signal that a lot of times you get consolidation between these two zones. They just bounce back and forth, back and forth. So we're going to see what's going on. That's what we're going. Matter of fact, it made another bullish zone right here, which it compresses price that much more. And then we get another bearish zone even closer to this bullish zone. This pressing price together, pressing price together. It's not going anywhere. Still pressing price, not going anywhere. Caught between these two zones. Caught between the zones. Okay, now we have a breakout. Makes another bearish zone right here. Probably not going to go anywhere. And it doesn't. And down it comes again. So we're caught between these two zones. You can see them, one here, one there. It's not a good place to make a trade. Now we found a new bearish zone. Is it going to hold? I don't know. There's a bunch of resistance here having to break through these two zones. No, it didn't hold. No, stop. Okay. Is this going to be the start of a bearish movement? Well, considering that I'm looking over here, that I have a bullish movement on the very last candle, I suspect not so. But that's cheating. So let's see if it holds. We still have bullish support right here. Let's see if it holds. It did hold. And that's the end of the chart. So we took the ride. We watched it get trapped between these zones, not offering us a whole lot of trade advantage. As a matter of fact, this would have been a terrible market to trade in. But it's a great chart to show you how the SRT works. So that's all I have for you today. I probably will make an SRT again in a more active market, so we can take this as SRT1 and look how it transfers over into a real active market, and you can actually use it to help you enter trades and to help you exit trades. Today was simply to show you how price reacts to the zones. That's all I have for you today. I'll see you on the other side.